Alright, so I'm going to talk about my experience with Muay Thai. This was around a year ago in January, right before the whole pandemic thing really got bad. First of all, you gotta know that I have no prior experience with like a striking martial art like boxing or Muay Thai. Never done that before. Well, other than fighting my brother in the backyard. Or rather, getting my ass kicked by my brother. But that's besides the point. Okay, so I'm talking to my friend about the UFC and stuff, right? Then he mentions a Muay Thai place he goes to. It's actually pretty close to where I live. He says it's pretty good, so I'm interested. One thing led to another, and now I'm begging my mom to take me there. I order my boxing gloves, my hand wraps, my shin pads, all the stuff I need for the class, right? So I go there, I see my friend, ask him about the class and just the type of stuff we're going to do. Then I meet the instructors and the rest of the students. But then I have my eye on one specific kid. The dude's name is Jama, some huge kid that's already done a few amateur fights and he's dominated them. As soon as I heard about him, you already know that guy was a target for me. So the class ended, whatever. I was kind of confused. I didn't really know what I was doing, but it was fun. So I wanted to go back. I went back a week later and I started getting the hang of stuff. I started making some friends, learning the technique, and obviously I rose to the top of the group behind a few students, and one being Jama. I didn't have anything out for him. He was a cool dude, but I'm just very competitive, so. At this point, I'm like 2 weeks in, 6 sessions into the class, and I was told that it was going to be a sparring day. We weren't doing full sparring, it was kind of light, but it's still sparring, so I was still excited. Now, they put me against my original friend first, but it was kind of unfair because he's pretty short. I'm way taller than him, so I beat his ass. Then they put me against some 10-year-old. Alright, now hear me out. I didn't want to kill the kid, so I went light on him. But I still take pride in controlling the fight. I guess you can call it that. After sparring those water boys, I finally got some real competition. I forget her name, but she was some really tall girl that's been there for a few years, so she knew what she was doing. But you know me, and I ain't no my producer said I can't say that. Alright, but anyway. Yeah, she was doing pretty good at the beginning of the fight, and then the instructor decided to step in. He said, hey, you two can hit each other in the head now. So I was excited. Before, they were only allowing us to do body shots, but because we're a little bit ahead of the class, we were an exception. As soon as he said that, I started dominating the fight, hitting her left and right, combos. I'm insane. Before I continue, I do not condone hitting women, but I won, right? Now I look up and I see my next opponent, Jama. I've been waiting for this. So we do a quick bow before we start sparring, and then we start. Now I'm taking it slow because this kid's pretty good. I don't want to take any chances. I'm struggling a bit because this dude's throwing 360s, he's doing like double backflips and stuff. I've never seen it, so I'm really confused. He hits me a couple of times while I've just been pillow punching him. So I say, you know what? Enough's enough. And I pop him in the face where his headgear isn't protecting him. The sparring ends. We're not mad at each other, but we have more respect towards each other now. And I stayed for the adult class, and oh man, that didn't really end too well.